Hi Capricorn, welcome to my channel, Ortiz Apple Tree, asking Spirit to show you what you need to see in love for October 2025. Accurate general messages for Capricorn. Capricorn, accurate general messages for the cardinal earth sign Capricorn, man and woman, north, south, east, and west. What is their advice in love? Tarot advice in love for Capricorn and love. Advice, oh shoot. Okay, we have strength in reverse. Wow, I'm hearing the song by SWV called Weak. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control when something takes over me. In a daze, I found love amazing. Yeah, somebody is making you weak. Like you have no willpower or strength when it comes to this person. But be careful also, because strength in reverse could also represent like an illness. Accurate messages, north, south, east, and west. We have the strength in reverse. What is love advice for Capricorn, Tarot, but SWV weak. Some of you are really feeling somebody, but you also notice you can't tame this person. You can only tame yourself. You can't try to force this person into anything that they're not ready for. And then we have here 9 of Wands in reverse. So some of you are going to end up quitting on this person, throwing in the white towel, like being done with it. You might not realize that now because this person makes you weak, and like they could have you like in the palm of their hands, but something's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to say something or do something that's going to hurt you, wound you, to the point where you just call it quits and throw in the white towel with the 9 of Wands in reverse. Love advice from Tarot for Capricorn and love. Love advice for Tarot. October, the end of October 2025. We have some energies here. Yeah, 4 of Wands is in reverse. This is somebody who is non-committal, someone who doesn't want to marry. They don't want to move in with you. 4 of Wands could be, energies like this person is just not stable, unhappy life, unhappy home life. Like this is somebody who doesn't want to relocate or move or buy a home together. This is somebody who doesn't want to settle down and get married. And we have the 6 of Wands. So I feel like, you would do good on your own. You've been stable. You've been successful on your own. You don't need this person. So I don't know why you're getting weak. And we have the Moon in reverse. Something that's going to be revealed to you that's going to make you realize that you can just go on life and have a victory on your own. You don't need anybody to support you, provide for you. You are your own provider. And I feel like, I don't know if some of you are gaining weight. We have the 6 of Wands, the 4 of Wands. That's 10 of Wands. So I don't know if you're gaining weight, but this connection in love, whoever that you're with, is going to become somewhat like a burden. Why is the Strength in reverse here? King of Swords in reverse. This person could be a narcissist, very sarcastic, very arrogant, very their way or no way. And I guess, that explains why it's making you weak. This person has a bad, like, ego or something about themselves. Could be a Leo, could be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Doesn't have to be one of those signs. They can have those signs in their birth chart. Why is this 9 of Wands in reverse? 9 of Wands is in reverse because, like I said, 10 of Pentacles. This person doesn't want to get married. That's why you're going to call it quits, because this is somebody who doesn't want to invest. They don't want a family. They don't want to live together. They don't want to commit, get married. There could be other people involved. We have 3 of Cups. This person could have other women, other men that they're talking to, interacting with. You could find this out. That could be another reason why you decide to call it quits. Why is the 4 of Wands in reverse? Why is the 4 of Wands in reverse? We have here the Knight of Cups. So this is going to become unrequited love. This person is not going to take any action towards emotions or expressing their emotions with you. And I feel like this person may think that you are a gold digger, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. They may feel like you just want them for their money. They may feel like you just want to live off of them, run up the bills, and have them pay it. This is somebody who's very critical in regards to marriage. They could have been burned before or divorced before. And we have some cards here. So I think to avoid a big heartbreak, to avoid, an upheaval, to avoid a tower moment, chaos, to avoid, you don't want to let everything you've worked hard for in your life go for this person who's going to disappoint you. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, this is somebody who does not want to work together towards a successful relationship. So you don't want to like move in with this person and they kick you out. See people falling out of this tower that's collapsing. It's on a false foundation. So whatever foundation that you were building with this person, it could have been one-sided. It could have been a weak foundation, and the universe is going to intervene because this is somebody who doesn't want to grow together. They don't want to get to know you in a gradual pace towards commitment. Why is this moon in reverse here? Why is this moon in reverse here? It could be a, with the Knight of Cups in reverse, it could be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. The moon in reverse, yeah. What you're going to find out is this person could be kind of selfish, you know. We have here the Six of Pentacles in reverse. They don't want to give and receive. This is not going to go from strength to strength. It's going to go from strength to weakness. They're like a narcissist always need a source. Okay. So you could be, you know, stroking their ego and making them feel like they're better than what they are. And it just leaves you weak at the end of the day because it's not a give and receive. It's a take. So this person could be a taker and kind of stingy, not really wanting to invest. And the moon in reverse is going to show that. Also, sadness, depression, feeling the loss. Five of Cups is here for, you know, mourning over this that didn't work, grieving over this that didn't work. Could land you into some depression towards the end of October or going into November, because you're going to realize this person is not wanting to commit. It's a false start. They're not wanting anything in regards to commitment or investing in this. They will waste your time. Capricorn, some of you are dealing with someone who can be kind of mean-spirited. Like there is no sugarcoating on things that they may say to you. This is someone who could easily get annoyed or irritated or upset over silly things. This is someone who will not treat you well, okay? This is someone who could be a true bachelor at heart. You have to really use your head when it comes to weeding out unsuitable partners and not let your heart make all the decisions before someone has earned your trust. And then, you know, again, there could be some hidden illnesses that this person have, whether it be mental illnesses or health illnesses, or this could also represent, you know, the Strength in reverse. Someone, you know, you, Capricorn, maybe you have a lack of impulse control or unresolved self-esteem issues. That could lead you to choose the wrong partners. And so it can become a vicious cycle as bad relationships negatively affect your self-esteem. So Capricorn, you gotta resolve these issues and summon your inner strength and confidence and believe that you deserve better. Okay? So it's an energy where you could be with someone and they can leave you feeling unworthy of love. And you may act impulsively or behave in a manner that is just really not a true reflection of your feelings that you have for your partner. So don't let your anxiety or fear create problems where there are none. But I feel like there are problems here because it's going to lead you to throwing in the white towel. You're going to end up being hurt. You know, this is an energy where it's like you already had your guards up, but I feel like something's going to happen that's going to make you just feel like, you know what, this is not even worth it. This person could have hurt you, said something or did something to hurt you, and you could have forgiven them and forgiven them. And it just feels like you're battle weary, you know. It could have been a battle for this love. Love should not be a battlefield like that song says. So if you're going through like a rough time with this connection, trying to keep it upstanding, and it could be sapping you of all your energy, someone that's stubborn, refusing to compromise with you. And so I feel like, you know, it could lead to arguing, and you don't want to get locked into a stalemate where both of you are digging your heels and refusing to compromise. So I feel like you're going to have no fight left in this, and you're going to withdraw. And it's also very important to learn from these mistakes. You know, there's somebody who is very stubborn here, and it's an energy where your person could have like a bit of a chip on their shoulder. And I don't know if it's you or them, but you could have a bit of a chip on your shoulder about how you've been hurt in the past. But it's to remember that you're not to blame for the past relationship failures. So don't tolerate them. And you don't have to take it the way people treated you in the past. You don't have to take it out on new people or think that new people are going to treat you the same way. You have to really learn from past relationships and grieve and then get your strength back, because you're feeling kind of weak, you know. And so I feel like it's an energy where some of you are going to be left with some type of relationship trauma and wounded, where you feel like you completely want to just give up on love. But never give up on love, because love will not give up on you. It's just you need to give yourself space to get your strength back. And don't close yourself off to possibilities of meeting someone new. Not everyone out there will hurt you, okay? And I feel like you're going to be throwing in the white towel because, and giving this, you know, quitting on this connection, because somebody here does not want to invest. Someone here does not want, this is a relationship based on a rocky foundation, like the Tower in reverse. You know, it's, you could be questioning whether your relationship is stable and going to be stable for long term. There could be domestic disputes, you know, arguments over money or a financial burden putting a strain on the relationship. And so this could be like an unconventional, a non-traditional approach to a relationship. This could be, you know, someone that this person may feel you want to marry them for money or, you know, security, or, you know, this is someone who's not looking for a long-term relationship. They're not ready for a committed relationship. This is somebody who just wants to have fun. They want to have a casual relationship. They don't want non-traditional. This is somebody, I mean, they don't want traditional. This is someone who would prefer to be able to have their cake and their pie and eat it too. Especially with this Three of Cups, you know, it's like this is a joy to begin with, but then it's going to quickly fizzle out. And then you're going to realize why this person is not suitable for you. And so it's an energy where it could be third party, you know, this could be people talking about you, gossiping about you. People that you thought were your friends are not going to support you with this connection. Because sometimes when people, when a person's not in the picture, they can see the big picture, the whole picture, versus the person that's in the picture. And with this Four of Wands, you know, it's an energy where it's just someone is unstable. It's unstable. It's a lack of security. There's going to be neglect, and it's unpredictable as well. And so I feel like any plans made are going to be canceled or postponed, and you and your person are just not going to see eye to eye. Like having some type of issue with getting family to accept the relationship, or having some type of issue with getting together to meet family. It could be an energy where if you talked about postponing, if you talked about weddings or a meeting or spending holidays together, I think it's going to be postponed or canceled. If you're hoping to tie the knot, this is not a very welcome card to see, you know. So it's a lot of self-doubt. And even with this person's family, if you were to meet them, you're going to feel like you don't fit in, you know. And so it's an energy where if you're hoping for a reunion with this person, it will be postponed or canceled or not happen at all. And it's an energy with the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It's just, you know, broken promises, you know, a partner who talks about being happy and committed, and then they suddenly come out as commitment phobic. A partner who is a heartbreaker, a cheater, a partner who could be abusive, whether that be emotionally or verbally or physically. You know, it's just an energy where this is somebody who may drink, they may have an issue with relationship in general, or just somebody who, you know, you're going to realize this person is actually not your type. You know, dating this person, it's going to bring a lot of issues. They're not going to return the same feelings. It's not going to be reciprocity. And for a few of you, this person is bisexual or homosexual. Okay. And for some of you, this is somebody who feels like you would use them for money. They look at you as if maybe you're a gold digger. They look at you as if maybe you are possessive. They think you're controlling. This is an energy where you would quite frankly become bored with this energy, because it's going to be the same, like a battle, someone not wanting to see eye to eye with you. It's going to lead you feeling insecure or possessive, because you're going to feel like you have too much to lose. If you get with someone that's not your equal and they make a lot of money or they have a high status, you're going to feel like you're not equal. Therefore, you'll feel more possessive and more controlling, because you'll feel like you have a lot to lose. If you lose this, you may feel like this is the best you can get and that you're never going to meet anybody like this. And it's all just a negative perception. And so if you're with someone because of the security or what they can provide for you, it will not go well. It will be for the wrong reasons. So even if they do provide, like I said, it's not equal. And so you'll end up feeling very insecure. And this is somebody who could be very charming, but then cause you, you could lose a lot. You could actually lose a lot. So, ever heard of I can do bad by myself? It's an energy like that. I don't think friends and family are going to be supportive of this connection, because people, like I said, people who are not in the big picture can see the big picture versus the person that's in the picture. And they may bite their tongue and not really want to tell you how they really feel because they're afraid of offending you, but a real friendship, it's not going to agree with you on everything. People can have their opinions, and you just may be defensive. But I feel like for some of you, this relationship is not going to have the qualities needed to endure a long time or difficult times. Again, there's going to be broken promises, disappointment. Again, this person is not going to be very supportive of you, especially if you're wanting commitment, you're wanting to move, relocate, be with them. This is not someone who wants that. So they're not going to be supportive of that. It will always be postponing, putting it off. And so I feel like this is someone you're dealing with that has an overinflated ego. This person could be a little bit arrogant. And so it's going to lead to a big disappointment. And there's a tower, it's in reverse. You cannot put paper over the cracks. It's like putting a band-aid on a gunshot wound. So it's needing to face facts and understand that as long as you hold on to something that is broken or something that's not working and you're trying to force something to work, you're preventing yourself from moving on to something better. Okay. And so the tower here, it's in reverse, is telling you not to try and get this connection the way it was previously. Remember, it was a joy to begin with, but it fizzles out. It's short-lived. So you got to decide, do you really want to tolerate a narcissist, someone who's selfish, someone who wants it their way, someone who doesn't want commitment? Do you really want to settle for someone who is not wanting to settle with you? So it could be very painful, but you could be really trying to avoid dealing with it because it could be a very painful breakup. So some of you are afraid of really letting this go, because you want to avoid a disaster. You want to avoid the pain that it will bring if you have to move on. But you got to stop and face whatever it is and learn from it and draw a line under it and put this person in the past, or they're going to really, somebody here could be dragging a truckload of baggage, of emotional baggage, and just finding it really difficult to let go. But this person will end up hurting you. This is somebody who, at one point in time, maybe they put some effort in getting to know you, and then this person has made a judgment. You may have talked about being in a committed relationship. You may have been putting effort in to make things work. You may have been trying to overcome issues. You want to grow together. You want to learn about this person. You want to put time in learning and trying to figure out how to share your life with this person. But it's an energy with the tower and all these other energies around it. It's almost like this person had a lack of commitment and there's a stagnation here and there's not growth. There could be third party causing friction. Like this person could be talking to other people, flirting with other people, and so that's an energy where you could start feeling apathy towards each other. This person's not going to put their best foot forward to this relationship. And so you're going to start feeling apathy towards the idea of dating, or just, this is somebody who is not prepared to put the effort into actually meeting. And it's an energy where you got to learn from this. And if you're repeating mistakes, if it's a pattern, then you really got to work to not repeat past mistakes and not repeat relationship dating patterns that have not worked for you in the past. A lot is going to be revealed, okay? A lot of what I'm saying to you, whether you receive it or not, it's going to be revealed. And it could be revealed by the next new moon. It's an energy where deception, lies are going to be unveiled. This person could be involved with someone else that could be exposed. The truth about a connection will come to light. I think, Capricorn, some of you have been deceiving yourself about the current state of a relationship, or maybe blinding yourself to certain things about your partner. So, you're going to start to see your partner's true character or the truth about this relationship. Some of you have been, in denial. If family or friends or people who you've shared information about this relationship to, some of you have been in denial and not wanting to take other people's opinions or advice on this. excuse me. I mean, you may even reject this reading, but just because you reject it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. Like, my cards don't lie. And so it's an energy where it's like you're going to have to regain your composure and your self-confidence after a period of uncertainty. Some of you have been ignoring the signs that your instincts are telling you this potential partner is not suitable for you. And so some of you are noticing warning signs that this person you're talking to or being with or dating they could be involved, or married. And some of you could be just ignoring the signs because you don't want to believe it. But we have here the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody who really is going to string you along and abuse their power, their manipulation, their control over you. Some of you have become too dependent or subservient on this person's energy, and this is someone who would abuse your good nature. They would take too much and not give anything back. So there's going to be a lack of a balance in a relationship that could lead to serious problems if left uncorrected. And I feel like this is somebody who has a meanness about them, and so you may need to put up some barriers. I see you've tried to have an open mind. You've tried to take a kind approach to this, but this is somebody who maybe you're too generous for your own good and you let new people use you or take advantage of your kindness. So you got to find like a balance, be open to possibilities of meeting and trusting someone new, but keep your eyes open and don't allow yourself to be played. Okay. And then we have here you being unhappy. We have the Five of Cups here. This is something sadness. This is, emotions and despair about this connection that's not going to work out. This is looking into the future. I'm like leading up to now, all the way up into the future. And so it's like you're going to feel like the one slipped away. You think this person has money. This person may have a lot of debt, and more debt than they actually have cash or money. But this is an energy where you're going to feel consumed by remorse, regret, and guilt. And it could be because of your mistakes that you keep making when it comes to relationships. And so you're going to feel like this is a loss of a loved one. You're going to feel like you've lost a partner. And so you don't want to isolate yourself, but you are going to feel heartbroken. And you're even going to contemplate not even dating anymore. And look, you have to deal with the present. You got to try to stay grounded. Keep a supportive network of friends around you. There is still love in your future, even if you are not quite ready for it at the moment when you feel hurt by this person. But this is definitely a breakup, a separation, for some a divorce. And I feel like, you still could be harboring those feelings about this person. So you're not going to be able to emotionally commit 100% if you do meet someone new. So you got to work on resolving those feelings if you want a relationship to move, if you want something in the future to move forward, okay? I see some of you have fear of abandonment or fear of abandonment that could also cause friction in the connection, but you're going to want to definitely not stay in depression for too long over this not working out, having a false start. It's all about acceptance, forgiveness, and healing. Come to terms with the grief. Realize that living the rest of your life in regret or mourning over this will not change the past, but accept that you've got to move on with life. Okay? Open up your awareness to opportunities that are going to be around you. But definitely it's going to be, hopefully a short-lived depression over this not working out. Let go of your regrets and sorrow over this connection and be ready to move on, okay? You might not understand what I'm saying now because this hasn't happened. Tarot is usually future energies, although it can go from past, present, and future. But you don't want to hold on to old pain. You don't want to hold on to old pain that this person causes you. It could definitely stop everything. It could stop you from healing, stop you from progressing. So I would definitely recommend considering counseling. And then here we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I just see it as a warning not to miss out on opportunities for love in the future. There's going to be a loss of this previous connection, and it's going to leave you feeling vulnerable and anxious. Just make sure you have enough time to get to know people, because new connections need time and attention in order to progress. You can't force anything. You can't make it happen. It takes two. And so it's gonna leave you feeling insecure and unstable. You're gonna feel this is a connection that's definitely on shaky ground, and it could be a lot of selfishness. Jealousy could be a factor, and it's just you or your partner just not giving the connection the time and attention and the physical energy it needs for something to work, you know. There could be a lot of financial worries that could put a lot of pressure on this connection. And so it's a false start. It's definitely someone who is having a lack of planning. You know, it could be financial delays. You definitely don't want to have excessive spending and invest in someone that's not returning reciprocity. So, you know, it's just an energy where with the Five of Cups and that Ten of Pentacles, it's just, you know, something that's going to cause deep emotional pain, but it's going to be followed with a period of stability. And it's just temporary pain. You know, it's like you'll see the light at the end of the tunnel. You'll experience that loss or that setback emotionally, but then you'll be able to create a stronger foundation for your future. And it's a reminder, it's very essential to focus on what you still have and not what you've lost. And so you do have strength. Even though you feel like you don't have strength to walk away from this, you do have strength to walk away from this. You don't want to dwell on what's not working and what's been lost, but, you know, have your strength and your resilience to overcome any challenge and then rebuild yourself, your self-esteem, your life in a better way. Let's see how this person feels about you. What is this person's true emotions for Capricorn? What is this person's true emotions for Capricorn for the end of October? I kind of like them to like show themselves to me. Should I look at this or should I put it back in? These fell out. Let's see. Bumping heads. Look at this. Bumping heads is here, is in reverse. So that could be a reason why you don't, you know, this is incompatibility. Praying in reverse, faith, healing, and meditation. So it's a loss of faith that this is going to work. Someone's not praying as much as they should. Maybe you pray more than this person does. This person not even putting in faith in this, you know. And I feel like, you know, you need to feel secure and confident. You are a boss bitch, okay? You are that girl. You don't have to tolerate someone treating you like this. You're not this person's divine feminine. Police station is here in reverse. You don't want things to get out of control where police are called, or, you know, it could get pretty nasty if you try to force something to be what it's not. Accurate general messages and how this person feels. Reckless love and sex is here in reverse. I don't know if you've been sexual with this person, but that's pretty much all that they really want. Something casual, nothing committal, you know, and it could be other people they could be involved with as well. Drinking, toxic lifestyle. You know, some people call non-traditional commitments toxic lifestyle, but this person could be into like younger women. Families in reverse, you know, they could have a child or they could have a whole family that you're not aware of, but they're just not into the family thing. This is somebody they could be divorced, you know, and somebody's going to get fed up with all of the texts, all of the messages. Someone's really going to get fed up here. You know, it's going to go from sweet talk to realizing this person's manipulating you, using their influence over you, and then finally being fed up, just like the Nine of Wands in reverse said. Throwing in the white towel, calling it quits, fed up of this person telling you what you want to hear, but their actions are not leading up to it. So it's about self-love. You got to look in the mirror and love yourself no matter what, okay? And it's also about separation, reflecting, secluded. You don't want to isolate yourself too long. You don't want to miss out on other opportunities. It's going to be hard for you to move on and let go, but you do have to focus on loving yourself. Because when you love yourself, it'll be easier to let go of people who are hurting you. Okay, and you're going to realize this person's quite shady. They could be bipolar, have different personality. That, you know, one minute they talk sweet to you, the next minute they're saying they're fed up and hurting you verbally. So you really don't want to get involved with energies like that. Romance Angel Oracle Love Advice for Capricorn. Some of you are going to really get fed up with this. Accurate general messages. North, south, east, and west. Yeah. This is somebody who doesn't want family. Yeah, see, some of you wanted to marry this person. This person doesn't want that. Some of you want marriage. This person could already be married. They could be separated from their family. Release this person. The time has come to clear your energies, okay? Release this person. This person's going to become an ex that it's hard for you to move on and hard for you to release. But it's just, this person wants something casual. While you want wedding, this is somebody who wants something casual. You know? They're not going to be seeing eye to eye on the long term. I feel like you have expressed how you feel. You have expressed loving this person. You have romantic feelings for this person. The chemistry is in reverse. It's kind of off. You know, you may want to try to flirt with this person or retreat with this person, but you're going to be met with the person with the mask on, deception. And you don't want to become codependent on this person's energy. Some of you feel like you don't deserve better, but you actually do. You deserve love. You need to remember that, okay? All right, like, comment, share, and subscribe here at Ortiz Apple Tree. These energies are very general, so receive what resonates and leave what doesn't. Hit the bell to be notified of new readings. And until next time, Capricorn, take care.